What's good? What's good? Welcome back to the channel. Back with another vehicle for you guys today. 2014 Chevy Equinox. And all right, so this vehicle specifically calls for 2010 through 2017. Should be the same process. So after you get your lugs off, you want to smack your tire. Sometimes it don't come off, and you might have to kick it, but that one came off correctly. All right, first Equinox, same paths as Chevys usually be. All right, make sure I ain't in the can with the tire. All right, so let me feel these. Feel like a 14. Yeah, let me get my wrenches and some PB Blaster just in case. Be right back. All right, so it is 14 millimeter. All right, so yours may or may not be real rusty, but it doesn't hurt. Just spray a little bit of penetrant on there. All right, set your wrench, make sure you're good. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, so you'll be going down, okay? So, regular ratchet wrench, let's go with him. With the smacks, break them free, same thing with this one. Smacks, sometimes it takes more. All right, we got those broken free. My magnet tray, put that up there. Let's go ahead and get these out. All right, I recommend you put them back in, top, bottom, how they came out. Sometimes they don't want to cooperate. This looks like a compression style piston, and let's see. But some of them aren't. So you can compress it over. Sometimes you can compress it all the way over, but we're gonna need a brake kit or a C-clamp. I'm gonna do the C-clamp method because it's a little easier for this specific style. And we're changing the rotors as well. So let's get these on out, and I'll show you everything as far as parts, all that stuff. These rotors aren't actually that bad, but we got a whole kit by Detroit Axle. Can't remember the exact price right now, but they were less than $250 for both sides, pads and rotors on Amazon. Detroit Axle, I'll show you those, and we'll match up all of our parts and everything. So we will be removing these rotors as well. So let me get a caliper hanger. Get out the way. And you might go frontwards or backwards depending on how it acts. Let's see. And I might not be able to use it, so let's just sit it over here for now. There we go. All right. Let me feel these. Feels like a 17. Let me go get another few things and I'll return. All right, so I was close but not close enough. You're gonna need another number 15, and I definitely recommend you use a 6-point socket because I would hate for you to strip one of these guys in the back. So for those who don't know, let me show you where we're working with. Trying not to stop the video. All right, so behind your brake caliper, you have these two guys here, 1 and 2. Those are the ones we'll be removing so we can get the rotor out. So let's do so. Let's set back up. All right, let's get to it. Check your wrench. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. This specific one by Icon says on and off, so we're going off. But definitely check it. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Got my breaker bar to make life easier. So let's get this on in here. And you may or may not be able to for the bottom, and it looks like I'm not because I don't have clearance here. So we're gonna use a regular wrench for that. Let's get this one loose. All right, that one's loose. And let's see. And nope, we're not gonna be able to use that. So let's get a number 15 wrench and I shall return. All right, so we got our number 15. I'm gonna go back behind here, and we're gonna use the neck of our hammer to break this free. So just kind of support it. There we go. Definitely use the neck of your hammer. You're not gonna be able to get that out. And let me get one more tool since we got these broke free, just to help life out. And there we go. All right, so now I'm gonna get my ratcheting 15 to make life easier. All right, got my 15, going down, getting on there. Makes life easier. Otherwise, you got one at a time to do, one rotation at a time. Take off the ratchet or the wrench. All right, that was loose real good. All right, let's go back with the other one. Just because that one's a little tighter, we're going off still. So the bottom one you're gonna need a wrench for. The top you can use a ratchet or a ratcheting wrench. But I was bumping up against the guide pin. And let's check this one, make sure it's free. You want to make sure these are moving, otherwise it'll freeze up and it won't rotate. Well, it won't compress like it should. One of them will be stuck and the other one's doing its job, and then your pads will wear uneven. All right, so that should be good enough there to back that one on out. Let's see, not quite. Let's go back in with the 15 again. Going down still. And these have Loctite on them, so it's going to be a lot tighter than the other screws. And hopefully this doesn't have rotor screws, because I had problems and it does. Alright, so let's continue. Hopefully it'll come out great. Alright, so top, bottom, how they came out will be top, bottom. Alright, let's go ahead and remove this guy out the way. Sit it over there for now. Alright, so this is the problem right here. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. But I had a hell of a problem yesterday. And I was looking on YouTube, a lot of guys said rotate your rotor if you haven't had one of those. And just kind of bang on it a little bit. Just to start to break this free. We'll spray it with some more PB Blaster. Hopefully it comes out. Looks like a T30. I'll verify in a moment. And hopefully it backs out, because I got to do both sides. And I hate when they're real rusty and they're uncooperative. Give me a sec. All right, so I had one of these break yesterday and had to go pick up some more today. The one that I broke, it's under warranty. Feels like a T, that's a 27, it might be a 30. That's what I broke yesterday, a T30. So hopefully this one don't break on me. I might use my impact to try to break it free, but let's see what we get. Hopefully we got, there we go. Okay, so this one was good. Came off nice and easy for rotating. Put some anti-seize on there. You don't have to have these, but put some anti-seize on them, some brake grease, anything to keep this from locking up. You really don't have to have them, because once you put the wheel on, it's going to keep the rotor on, because all these lugs here, it's going to keep the rotor on, so you don't have to have these. So if you lose one, or if yours is messed up, you can get rid of it and don't feel bad that it broke. All right, so that worked out great. Put that back on the set there, and now I should be able to start banging this rotor off. Let me hit it with some PD Blaster around the rim. You may or may not have to, so let's do that. And it doesn't hurt to do it because you have it, okay? All right, start banging on this dude. Loosen him up. Might have to put him in neutral. I hope I don't. That's the rubber grommet. And be careful around your shield around there. All right, so keep banging on this. Hopefully I can break it free. If not, rotate it one revolution. I think we got movement. Yep, we do. Let's crack it a couple more. And just kind of work it. There we go. You might have to bang quite a bit. There we go. While you're in there, check your parking brakes. You should have a little lip right there. These are in good condition, so we don't have to worry about those. So now we got our rotor off. Let's go ahead and open our box, see what we got. Make sure everything matches up correctly. Come on, big box, Mr. Big Box. And let's move everybody we're gonna need right there. All right, Detroit axle. Just open him up. Comes packaged real well. All right, we got the rear brake pads for both sides. Okay, come with new clips and everything. We're gonna set all that up. Even comes with brake grease. Yeah, very nice packaging. All right, so we're gonna take out one of these guys. And let's go ahead and do so. Let's check this box. See what we got in here. And look at that. They even gave us some .3 and some brake parts cleaner. Ain't that awesome? Yeah, I'm ordering from Detroit Axle a lot from now on. Yep, we got this, got your rotors. So let's match one up. All right, this is a double box, so they're gonna be kind of heavy. Get it out the way. Get this box out the way. All right, find the opening for this. All right, rotor here. Sit one down. Came with a nice little piece of cardboard to separate them. Yeah, I like Detroit Axle. It's not my first time ordering from them. But for this vehicle, yes, as far as brakes and rotors. And the last time I ordered from them, it was control arms, I do believe. And I don't have to go over and get my brake parts cleaner because I got something right here in front of me. I was getting ready to walk over there. But reason why you use brake parts cleaner, your rotors come greased from the factory. We already made sure our guide pins were working. Okay, so we'll set up our clips when we go back in. We get some more light there. 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, so you're gonna take them out the package, and you're gonna mate them. Should be the same, and they are. That's how you made them like that. Now we gotta transfer our rubber grommet from this one. You don't have to have it, but you want to keep it. This guy right here, get a flat head, try to prime up and out, and we'll transfer it over. There we go. Got that one out. Rubber grommet goes right here. Trying to make sure I got everything on camera. All right, so got the new one. Move that one. Let's pop this one in. Bam, got it there. Let's hit the inside first with brake parts cleaner. See all this grease? You don't want that on your rotor. Okay. They grease them to keep them from rusting. All right, we got the back side. And we got to match up our rotor screw hole again. And that'll be this bevel area right here. So you're going to rotate that and slide it over. And it should meet up just like that. It's going to hit the outside. For those who don't know, brake parts cleaner evaporates. Somebody said they didn't feel comfortable with me doing that. But it evaporates, so that's what it's designed to do. Spray and evaporate. All right. Don't need any .3 for this job, but we're going to save it for the next one. All right, brake rotor. Let's go ahead and set that back up. Make sure you have no debris. And we'll change the brackets here in a second. You can do this with them off. I'm just going to do it with them on, but some people don't change their rotors. Well, don't have to change their rotors. Give them some spins, make sure it's set in. Bottom one again, give it some wiggles until you feel it, and it'll start to bite. And you might have to adjust it a little bit. Let me get my eyes in there. And come on, little buddy. There we go. All right, now we got those in. We're gonna tighten as much as we can by hand. This one's not set. There we go. All right. Keep going as much as I can by hand. Now, go ahead and use my ratcheting wrench. 15 millimeter, guys, remember? 15 going up. We took it down, going down. Took it off, going down. Just get these tight. Don't tighten one before you tighten the other one. Just get it close, just to hold it in its place. And then stop. And that's about good right there. Got a little flex to it. Let's stop it right there. Do the same with the top. Move this light out the way. There's a dog out there. Alright, so after you get this tight, she's barking herself off today. All right, so after you get these tight, get it real nice and tight. Take your 15mm wrench. You can bang on your ratchet wrench, but you don't want to bang on them. We're going up. So we're going to take the neck of our hammer and do the same thing. Lock it in. Support your screw and your ratchet over here, or your wrench. Kind of lift it up, because that's where you're going. Till the wrench starts bouncing back. Like that, you're tight enough. Same thing with this one. We're going to use the breaker bar for that one, just because where it's at, and I'm not going to be able to get my wrench in there. So this is what we took the top off with. And do what you got to do. And I usually use my knee and just lift like that with my knee, and you get it tight, and that's it. All right, now we got those. Let's pop our brake clips out and match these up as well. Little screwdriver, pop one out. Let's match it up. Got our new pads. Sit those there. Grab our brake clips. They might be a little different, they might not, but let's match them up. Make sure we're good. And they come with 4, so you have 2 for each side. And let's match them. Looks good. Flip it over. And it looks good on this side as well. All right, so usually, sometimes you'll have debris or something in there. Just make sure it's kind of clean. Well, not kind of clean, make sure it's clean. See what I just did there? We're gonna get that off too. And sometimes you don't have to do it right away. So let's flip this upside down. Make sure it seats well. Smash it up in there. If you have any issues, take your screwdriver and just mash up in there. Okay, after you do so, move your rotor. It should not scrape. Okay, now our rotor screw, we know we got to put that back in. So for those who don't want a headache, put some of this on there, just some brake grease. It has high temperatures, rated up to like 1,000 degrees plus. So this is not going to lock up. You want that lubricated on the threads. Don't have to be a lot, but make sure if you do that to wipe it off. So, because you'll get some dirt in there and it'll lock up, and then, yep, you'll have a real problem after that. Okay, so we got that in, and I'm not going to tighten it all the way. I'm just going to tighten it by hand and just turn it a little bit. So let's get the T30 again and set him up. Rotor screw. Let's get it on there. And this will be fine. Reason why I'm saying, after you hand tighten this, the tire's gonna sit up on here. It's not gonna back out. So just hand tighten it and give it a little crank like I did. That's it, right there. Don't do it real hard. You don't have to tighten it. Don't care. It's not gonna back out when you put the tire up on there, okay? So let's put him back in, make sure he's accounted for. Gonna need him again for the other side. All right, so we're pretty much set up. Let's grab another clip. Pop this one out as well. Alright, got that out the way. It came with new brake grease, but I still have some from my last job, so we're just gonna move that to the side. Same thing, press them in, just like that. Feels like it didn't go. I'm just showing this, these felt good. Just smash in there until it smashes in. Check your rotor, make sure you don't hear any scraping. And let's hit this part right here again. That's because of the rust. Yeah, I got a little grease on there. Alright, so we got that done. Let's go ahead and get our pads and let's match up the new and the old. Come on out, buddies. Comes with a nice cardboard box and packaged real well. I like that. It's so awesome. Parts stores don't do it like that, but let's pop them out. So if the rotors are correct, then the pads should be because of the kit, but sometimes they aren't. All right, so let's look at the comparison. All right, we got our new pad, we got an old pad. Let's flip it around so you can see it better. And there you go. They caught this. The rotors would have been okay to still use. It got a little groove in them, but it would have been okay. So, yep, new dudes. They're ready to go. Let's go ahead and pop them in. If you need to, or if you feel like it, you can hit this area here with some brake grease. I guess I'll do it, but you don't have to. Just a little bit, just like that. Same thing with the other side. Just enough to make it glide. Okay, you don't want it caked up because it's going to get dirt and rocks and all that stuff is going to hit it. That's actually a little too much, so I'm going to do a little bit on this side and hit this one, just wiping my finger out like that. Okay, After doing so, clean up whatever else is on your fingers so you don't get grease on your pads. And now it's time to rest these in. And I usually go on the edge a little bit because sometimes it's hard for them to go in. Give it some wiggles. And let's see. There we go. That's the hardest side. Sometimes you can't see well and it will give you a headache. All right. Got this guy here. Slide him in. Do the same thing. Bam. Right. If it feels like it's not good, take you a screwdriver. Tap, tap. Now it's time to compress our brake caliper, and we'll do the C-clamp method for those who don't have the caliper kit. There we go. Let's sit that there for now. Let me get my C-clamp. Be right back. All right, so we back in here. We're doing the C-clamp method today. It means you're gonna need your old brake pad, one or the other. Set him right there. This is a quick release C-clamp. I just push the button and it slides down. You may or may not have one of those. So let's sit this like this and let's just start spinning it up. All right, spin it up real good. And it should compress no problem, as long as there's no issues with the caliper or the hose. All right, so flat up top, and let's start spinning it. And it'll start compressing this back. And these calipers are in good condition. And just take your time. We are almost done with this job. And we're looking good. I always check the camera just to make sure I'm on there a little better. Keep going till it stops, because if you back it up and you think that you're back far enough, you're gonna have to stop and put it back on. So just keep going till it stops. All right, back it up. Let's take this guy on out the way. Move this guy out the way. Let's get some brake grease. This is where you should always put some on the back of your pad. So you don't want a whole lot. You just want to glaze it just like that. Like you're painting on there. Yep. Let's get some more, and I'm glad I got plenty for the other side. Same thing, glaze it, that's it. You don't want to make it sloppy. That should do just fine. Let's flip our caliper back, and make sure you flip it the right way. You may have to compress your guide pins in, but you want to make sure these move, okay? If they move, then they're lubricated. If they don't, then they're not. There we go. Now we're set. Get our top one in, give some wiggles. Same thing with the bottom one. Give it some wiggles and it should jump on the line like it did. And let's tighten it all the way up. And don't forget to pump your brakes at least 3 or 4 times to make sure your caliper closes up against the rotor. You're always supposed to have some rubbing, some friction on there at all times, okay? So, just to say that, we're gonna hit it one last time. Make sure there's no grease, right? And after that, let's tighten these guys down. And those were 15s. Nope, take that back. They were 14s. The backs were 15. All right, so we're gonna tighten these up and give them some smacks. See the wrench bouncing back? Let's tighten up. Same thing with this one. A little bit light, tight. So the wrench starts bouncing back like so. And this is how you change the rear brake pads on a 2007, I do believe, through. Let me verify and I'll be right back. I can't remember what I said at the beginning. Yep, made a mistake. So 2010 through 17, Chevy Equinox, this is how you change the rear brake pad. So hopefully this helps you. Hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. Not too hard of a job. Maybe you'll have a problem with your rotor screw. I hope you don't. But if you do, put some lubrication on it. Put it back in. You should be good to go. If you feel uncomfortable, you don't have to put it in. But yep, this is the process. Please hit the thumbs up. Please like, subscribe to help me help you again. It helps me with the subscription. So yeah, no rust is the enemy always on these things. Causes us to work so hard, super hard, whatever. But yeah, to the next video, guys. I'm out.